put that in the chat. You
my phone's been broken, man.
Shalom.
Hey, shalom. Shalom, y'all. Bashim y'all shaka. To all the brothers, y'all shalom. Bashim y'all shaka to all the sisters. All right. We're gonna be holding down the Sabbath service for you today. If I could ask, Papa Shaw, like, share, and subscribe. Share the class to all your groups, all your friends. All right, so we can get the brothers and sisters in the class. We'll go ahead and let it populate for a couple of seconds before we get started.
I do want
Yeah.
if I could. Hey man, you already know. If you ever heard I.S.U.P.K, we promoted it for months now. It's the 54th annual Passover. We're gonna be having it in North Carolina this week.
Right.
All right, this week, April 1st, we're gonna be down in Raleigh, North Carolina. We're gonna be having it at the Downtown Convention Center. You understand? On April 1st, the official Passover, man, 54th annual Passover in I.S.U.P.K. We're gonna be doing it big. The whole week is gonna be phenomenal from start to finish. I think we start Wednesday. I think it's the lamb slaughter. All right, Thursday, I believe we're gonna be. There's all types of stuff, man. I think Thursday is when we go down to the plantation. Yeah, we go down to the plantation. The all black party on Friday. Of course,
No, it's Thursday.
The all black party.
Yeah, GEN.YAHANNA's class is on Friday. I think we have to double check.
Yeah, it's only Thursday, if I'm not mistaken. But just know, man, you want to be there. If you're in the area, pop out. Bring your family, your friends. If you never experienced it before, just come through. You know what I'm saying? It's all about family. You know what I'm saying? Brotherhood and sisterhood. So come through. North Carolina, April 1st. You know what I'm saying? Raleigh, North Carolina, 54th annual Passover. All right.
All right. Any questions? Go ahead and type them in. Last week we was in Genesis 42. I believe we stopped at hold on, let me double check. Genesis 42. Start at verse 17. All right. So, like I said, any questions, type them in. Lord allow, we'll get to them. Any questions in the room, just raise your hand. All right. We'll go ahead and get to your questions. Let's go ahead and start these prayers with that. Imagine the men up here. We'll call up our first brother. All right. Go ahead and step forward, state your registry.
Ban Yahweh, Ban Yasharala.
Ban Yahweh, Ban Yasharala.
Yahweh Shim Yahshua
Yahweh Shim Yahshua. Hey, Kalata, is there like a zoom out option? We're kind of close. What's that crazy car?
Yeah, last week, remember I was like Pepsi.
Yahweh Shim Yahshua.
Yahweh Shim Yahshua. La Yasharala, which means to Israel.
I'm right.
You might got a
We're gonna be doing a lot of that at the Passover. Yahshua.
Hey, Colossians, camera, you might want to put the flat there. It might be
Too high.
yeah, I think it's over backwards.
All right, with that, I advise everybody upon what we've done, we turn face the east. All right, help the brother with the scroll. Go ahead and set up these prayers in the Hebrew and then in the English. All right. Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa. Vashmai. Kodash. I.S.U.P.K. Yahweh. Lakuka. Dabaa. Batzaka. I.S.U.P.K. Baratza. Kabo. Vashmai. Donau. Lacham. Ka. Yawom. Basalak now. Kabawat now. Basalak now. Kabawati now. Bala. Abiyai now. On the side one. Abo. Awashai now. Mayon. Rai. Kaya. Lakha. Amalakwa. Waha'ala. Watpara. Hallelujah. Amen.
This is the Lord's Prayer in English. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. In earth. As it is in heaven. Give us this day. Daily bread. Forgive us our debts. We forgive our debtors. Lead us not into temptation. But deliver us from evil. Thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever.
So be it. The prayer for the power, the hakak in the Hebrew. Yahweh. Hashem Yahushai. Babakashah. Atananau. Hakak. Rabah. Kamakala. Kamadwa. Hakak. Lataho. Amataz Ryan. Hakak. Lahapim. Amatim. Hakak. Arakwa. Latamala. Varshan. Hashem Yahushai. Baramon.
This is the prayer for power in English. Yahweh, in the name of Yahushua. Please give us the power. Power to heal. All manner of sickness. All manner of disease. Power to cleanse the lepers. Power to raise the dead. Power against unclean spirits. To cast them out. In the name of Yahushua.
Thank you. So be it. The prayer to bless Israel in the Hebrew. Yahweh. Hashem Yahushai. Barakanawa. Ayashrala. Wahabayat. Saporium. Barak. Hashem Yahushai. Baramon.
Bless Israel, Yahweh, in the name of
Yahushua.
Bless us. In Israel.
In the school.
In the name of Yahushua.
Thank you. So be it. The prayer for the blessings in the Hebrew. Barakatah Yahweh. Yahushai. Walayim. Tasbiyah. GEN.YAHANNA. Alawapim. Asranium. Akwatizianium. Akayanium. Wakwatium. Yahweh. Hashem Yahushai. Baramon.
Blessings in English. Bless you, Yahweh. And Yahushua.
Michael.
Angels.
Commander GEN.YAHANNA.
The generals. The captains. Officers. Troopers. And assistants. Yahweh. In the name of Yahushua. Thank you.
So be it. Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. I.S.U.P.K. Al-Horium. Mayan. Kabah. Isoria. Ma'ayin. Hawa. I.S.U.P.K. Shamayum. Baratza. Alitan. Lamawat. Jalka. Al-Yanawum. Shamarka. Ana. Laha. Anawum.
Wala. Ya Yashan. Shabamor. Yasrala. Yahweh. Shamarka. Yahweh. Zazalka. Aliyah. Yamyuka. Yawmum. Ashamash. La. Ikaika. Iraq. La Ilah. Yahweh. Yashmorka. Kalrai. Yashmor. Apnapashka. Yahweh. Yashmor. Tazaka. Yamuaka. Waida. Wide. Lum.
This is a prayer for the blessings. This is a prayer, Psalm 121 in English. I will lift up my eyes into the hills.
I will lift up my eyes to the hills.
From whence cometh my help?
From whence cometh my help?
I come from the Lord.
My help comes from the Lord,
Which made heaven and earth.
which made heaven and earth.
You will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
You will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee will not slumber.
He that keepeth thee will not slumber.
Behold,
Behold,
he that keepeth Israel
he that keepeth Israel
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
shall not slumber nor sleep.
The Lord is thy keeper.
The Lord is thy keeper.
The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand.
The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by day.
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
Nor the moon by night.
nor the moon by night.
The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil.
The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
Shall preserve thy soul.
The Lord shall preserve thy going out.
The Lord shall preserve thy going out
And thy coming in.
and thy coming in
From this time forth.
from this time forward,
And even forevermore.
and even forevermore. Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim. Al-Dam Yalaka. Al-Dakarash. Al-Dashikwat. Al-GEN.YAHANNA. I.S.U.P.K. Yahamma. Yabun. Ra'ash. Al-Hanukkah. Yaryamwa. Samadas. Wayithub. Ya-Aitas of war. Altas of Wanyaka. Amorwa. Lakawa, Manakakidim, Mangalia, Wala, Yaziko, Shamni Ashrala, Iwada, Kaya, now Aitas Wu, Laba, Yakano, Alika, Maria, Yakaratwa, Aliyah, Arabum, Ayashimai, Aliyam, Mawaba, Magorium. The bowl. I'm a one. I'm a lot. I'm a shot. I'm your shabby. Taza wool. Yamashi wool. Nalawa. I know. I your wall. Dora white. The bundle what? Salah. I shot. Lahum. Kamadia. Kasaya. Sarah. Kayabia. Manako. Bayashwan, Nashamatwa, Bayun, Dara, Ayawa, Daman, Ladatna, Shaydamwa, Nada, Yabawa, Kara, Kazabak, Kazabanai, Kanasikamwa, Ashor, Amorwa, Nayarasha, Lanawa, Nakwa, Alayum, Alayum, Alamwa, Kagawala, Kakwash, Lapanyaraka, Kaash, Sabairi Arrow, Kalabah, Kalahat, Arium, Khan, Ardapa, Asairaka, Babasa, Wapatka, Tabalam, Malaha, Anyahum, Walawon, Wabakoshwa, Shamka, Gahawa, Gabashwa, Wabahawa, Anyai, Akaporwa, Wayabadwa, Wadaiwa, Kayota, Shamka, Gahawa, Labarka, Aliyawon, Kalrataza. Alright, this Psalms 83 in English. Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh. Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
Be not still, O Yahweh.
Be not still, O Yahweh.
For lo, thy enemies make a tumble.
Thy enemies make a tumble.
They that hate thee,
And they that hate thee
have lifted up the head.
have lifted up the head.
They have taken crafty counsel.
They have taken crafty counsel
against thy people.
against thy people.
Solid against thy hidden ones.
Insults against thy hidden ones.
Yeah, said.
Yes, said.
Come. Let us cut them off.
Let us cut them off.
Being a nation.
Being a nation.
In the name of Israel.
In the name of Israel.
No more remembrance.
Maybe no more remembrance.
Because they have consulted together.
But they have consulted together.
With one consent.
With one consent.
They're confederate against thee.
They're confederate against thee. Tabernacles of Edom.
The Ishmaelites.
The Israelites.
Moab.
Moab.
Agarenes.
Gabal.
and
Amalek.
the Philistines.
Philistines.
The inhabitants of Tyre.
With the inhabitants of Tyre.
Sure also join with them.
Sure also join with them.
They hope in the children of Lot.
They hope in the children of Lot.
Salah. Going
to them.
As to the Midianites.
As to the Midianites.
As to Sisera.
As to Sisera.
As to Jabin.
As to Jabin.
At the brook of Kison.
At the brook of Kison. Which perished at Endor.
They have become dung for the earth.
It becomes dung for the earth.
Make their nobles like a red.
Make the nobles like a red.
Lysiad.
Yea.
All their princes.
All their princes.
As a Bob.
As a Bob.
As Amunah.
As Amunah.
Who said, let's take to ourselves.
Let's take to ourselves.
The houses of Yahweh possession.
House of Yahweh possession.
Oh my power.
Oh my power.
Make them like a will.
Make them like a will.
They stumble before the wind.
As stumbles before the wind.
Fire burning through wood.
As fire burneth the wood.
As a flame set of the mountains on fire.
As the flames set the mountains on fire.
So persecute them.
Persecute them.
Without a tempest.
Without a tempest.
Make them afraid.
Make them afraid.
Without a storm.
Without a storm.
For their faces with shame.
For their faces with shame.
They may seek thy name.
They may seek thy name.
Oh Yahweh.
Oh Yahweh.
Let them be confounded.
Let them be confounded.
Trouble.
Forever.
Yea.
Yea.
Let them be put to shame.
Let them be put to shame.
And perish.
And perish.
That men may know.
That men may know.
They belong. So that men may know.
That men may know.
That thou.
That thou.
Whose name alone.
Whose name alone. Is Yahweh. Of the Most High. For all the earth. All right, with that, Sar, which means to turn. Shabi, which means to be seated. Water. Alright, so go ahead and jump right into it. Genesis 42 and verse 17.
Genesis chapter 42, verse 17 in the Hebrew. Y-A-S-U.P.K, Y-A-S-U.P.K.
Nope, that's right.
That's right.
Wait,
I thought-
did you say Yahweh?
Nah, Y-A-S-U.P.K.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's fine. I don't think that might be good. That might not know.
Allah.
Hey, real quick, sir.
How does it look over there? Kalatza? Nah, it's on steady. Let's I'm gonna check it real quick.
It was on all that time?
Nah, it was off. Alright, it's working now.
You're the kid.
Yeah. Alright, go ahead.
Athon, Allah, Mashah, Mashamar, Shalasham, Shalashalta, Yum,
verse 18. Wa ya'amur Allahum Yahusap but Yawam Hashalaya Shaya Za'atha Aishawa Waka Yawa Atha Ha'ala Hayam Anya Yara. Verse 19. Alma Kanyum Athum Akayakum Akaba Akada
Akkad.
Akad
Yeah, like Kevin Akkad.
Ya'asar Baba Yum Baba Yatha Mashamar Ka Mashamar Kum Watham Lakawa Abyawaha Abyawa Shabar Right
No,
Yana
could you cut the heat down a little bit? The water.
Right Yana or Rabian
It's Ribe 1.
Right
Oh,
one
hold on, no. Yeah, it's Ribe 1. That's not at the end.
Come. Right one but Bathaya come verse 20 Watha Akaya come Aquaton Tha Thabia Awa Ya Amar Wa Ya Mana Wa the bar ya the bar yaka wala the watha watha waya I sha waya sha wa kana ka.
Yeah.
Verse 21. Waya mar waya marwa ayash ayash Allah akaya wa bala
A ball.
abol Ashamyam Anaka Anaka Ayla
Ow.
Al Akaya Nawa Ashar Ra'aya Wa Tazarka Tazartha
It would be
Tazartha
Roth.
Tazarath
Yeah, you drop off the on the thought. So it would be Tazara.
Napashwa Bahatha Ka Nanawa Alaya Alaya Nawa
Yep.
Wala'a
Mm-hmm. Which means like no or shall not, right? La'a, wa la'a.
Shemai Nawa
We all know what Shemai means, right? Hear or to be quiet or listen. So wa la'a, Shemai wa means shall not hear, right?
Shemai Nawa Ayla or Al Kana
Con.
Khan Baha Baha Alayana Alayanawa
Yeah. Anytime you see nawa at the end, it's how do you call it? Like us, we, right? Abanawa is our father, right? So nawa at the end is always, I don't know how to say it in English, like plural, us, possessive, whatever, right? Us, that's what it means. We.
Khan Tazar Tazara Tazara Haza'ata
Yep. One more.
Verse 20.
So 23.
Verse 22. Wa'aina ra'awa bana atham la'amar halawa'a amar thaya halaya halayakakum la'amar Allah sakata awa bayalar bala bayalad wala'a Shemai thum Shemai thumma
So, yeah.
thumb
Shemaiah again, here again, right?
gone. Wagum Damwa Hanaha 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 Na Nadarsha Nadarsha
Not the rush.
Adarash. Verse 23. Wahum Ha'a Yada Iwa Kaya Shamai.
See right there, you see how Shemaiah is used for different in different ways. Like Shemaiah right here is used as understood, right? And the other Shemaiah, well, not the other, but in the same word is used for cannot hear, all right, or to be quiet. So you see how one word in Hebrew can mean multiple or have multiple, understandings. Like this one right here means understood. All right.
Shemai Yahweh Kaya Hamalaya Tazar Bayanathum.
All right, most high Christ. All right, let's go ahead and take it into English. So right here we're seeing, all right, this is the beginning of when we start going into Egypt. You understand? And it's a righteous thing that we're going into this right now, being that the Passover is next week. You understand? The remembrance of when we came out of Egypt.
Right.
Right. We're gonna learn right here at the beginning of how we started to go into Egypt. All right. Go ahead.
Genesis chapter 42, verse 19. If ye be true men, let one of your brethren
No, 17.
Slide. Verse 17. And he put them all together into ward 3 days. Verse 18. And Joseph said unto them the third day, this do and live, for I fear God.
All right, so remember, he's talking to his brothers, right? Which they don't know who Joseph, right? They don't recognize him, but he recognized them, right? And they tell him to go get Benjamin because Benjamin was left behind over there with his pops. So they tell him, go get Benjamin, right? Joseph tells him. All right, go ahead.
Verse 19. If ye be true men, let one of your brethren be bound in the house of your prison. Go ye, carry corn for the famine of your houses. Verse 20. But bring your youngest brother unto me. So shall your words be verified, and ye shall not die. And they did so.
Right, because he's saying that they're spies, right, sent there to see about the famine in Egypt, right? So but he knows who they really are. So he tells them, you know what, have one of your brothers stay here. Y'all go get the other brother, bring corn over there to them, and show them that we have food, right? And then bring them all back, bring Benjamin back. All right, keep going. Is that it?
A couple more.
Go ahead.
And they said one to another, we are verily guilty concerning our brother, in that we saw the anguish of his soul when he besought us, and we would not hear. Therefore is this distress come upon us. Verse 22. And Reuben answered them, saying, Spake I not unto you, saying, do not sin against the child, and ye would not hear. Therefore, behold, also his blood is required. Verse 23, and they knew not that Joseph understood them, for he spake unto them by an interpreter.
All right.
If I could say,
Yeah.
we in the month of so-called Ramadan. None of these Muslims, none of our people that are Muslims understand our real history. This is our history. This is our forefathers interacting with each other, with Joseph. You know what I'm saying? After our forefathers did him dirty. They don't understand. They don't know this story. They go to that masjid. They've been praying 5 times a day, barely. You know, they don't even know this. But they going to try to be so righteous to celebrate Ramadan. They only going to do it right, for one day? They're gonna be so-called righteous for one day. And when the I.S.U.P.K try to tell them the truth, like I've been trying to do on Instagram, they looking at me like I'm crazy. Oh, y'all, like this is post, right? Some sister, young sister, you know, she a comedian. Like she do like the funny stuff on the internet, you know, social media comedian. So she said the whole Assalamu alaikum, barakatuh, inshallah, I don't know, all that Arabic stuff, right? So all the black Philly Muslims got mad at it. Oh, why you disrespecting my religion? Yo, that ain't funny. Oh, you gonna pay for that? Allah gonna get you. I said, hold on. So y'all get mad at her, but you're not mad at the drug dealers? That's Muslims? You not mad at the drug addicts? That's Muslims. The whores. I don't hear y'all coming down on the whores. I think y'all laying down with the whores. Everybody started liking my comments, and man, I had the most craziest people coming out the woodworks, coming at me. Oh, talking about self-proclaimed Israelite. Oh, y'all self-proclaimed Israelites. Do you know the history of Islam? I do, because we got the records. You don't even understand what you're talking about. Self-proclaimed, but you following at the Iraq. You following at the pedophile. Yeah, our forefathers wasn't pedophiles, but of Islam, you understand? Them Arabs, they took after the religion of a pedophile. That man was up there. Y'all want to be so Muslim? Y'all don't want to go. Y'all don't want to learn about our forefathers. Okay, well, you know the real Islam over there, they'll beat you senseless if you show your ankles. You know what I'm saying? You uncover your face, they'll pour acid on your face. You understand what I'm saying? They will marry off your daughter. They pay off the debt. You understand? And that little girl is only but 9, 8 years old, 10 years old. They'll just sell the baby off because that's how disgusting they are. So whenever somebody trying to come against this truth, start questioning them about what they believe in, and have the proof, have the understanding. Because right now, Islam right now is, I don't even understand how you can still be Muslim. Right. With all this information up. We didn't make it go viral. We doing millions of views a month. Telling me that y'all still don't get it? No, sir.
Wow. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Christ, man. Like, they always like to say, you know, this is the so-called oppressor's book, not knowing that the Quran is the other oppressor's book,
Right.
when really this is our history right here. This is our book. They stole it from us. Right?
The Arabs have us in captivity longer than the white people.
Yeah, I'm sure it did.
If I'm not mistaken, they call this all types of derogatory names in the Quran. Blackface. What they used to call it? Monkeys. They used to call all types of derogatory and say that the Israelites are the chosen people of God. So what are we talking about? Why are every religion around the world trying to use our prophets? They use our prophets. They try to hijack our culture. But we're the ones that's self-proclaimed. People walk around worshiping damn crystals. But we the crazy ones. You worshiping a damn crystal. You think that, no lie. They'll walk around and say that this is warding off bad energy. This right here. Material.
Maybe the wine inside, but I don't know about that.
I don't know. Maybe they is drinking the wine inside the Bible. I don't know. Maybe they on the weed too much. You know what I mean? Maybe that weed probably in brain, but that's what I always tell people, man. Stand on this truth. Like, don't let nobody try to play you. Like, well, I'm okay. That's Israelites, we crazy. Is Muslims going to jail by the dozen? I know Israelites and I.S.U.P.K, we ain't going to jail. Right. Is Muslim men taking care of their family? Is the Muslim woman not being whores? You know what I'm saying? I know that the Israelites and I.S.U.P.K, we straight. We ain't drug addicts. We ain't. The men ain't beating on the women. Then you just had to go to the hospital and get some stitches. But you talking about us Israelites? We study history. We study truth. Our kids is honor roll students. Your child is the one trying to cheat off of my kid test, and asking my kid, can they help them with their work when it's last minute? Oh, we crazy, sis. You know what I'm saying? We the crazy ones, though, sis. We the crazy ones. We know where Ramadan comes from, don't we? It comes from the Day of Atonement, because Muhammad was learning it from our ancestors. That knowledge he got was passed down from our forefathers. Them 12 tribes, man, this is what we're reading about. This is what fills your ammo. This is what you put in your clip. You ask them, well, who is your forefathers? according to the scriptures? Who's your forefathers? You know what they're gonna say? Oh, I don't care about that. Allah, Ali. All that bull crap. You know what I'm saying? They can't tell you who their ancestors are, what tribe they come from. You ask them, what they call I.S.U.K? I think that's what they call Jesus. Ask them, what tribe Jesus was from? I.S.U.K. Yahweh in the Hebrew, because that was the language that he spoke. What tribe was he from? See, brother Muhammad. Oh, the pedophile of Israel. The little girl toucher. You understand? You got to start cutting them where they lay it. Don't let them put you in the defense. You put them on the offense. Straight up, I do that amazingly. When the general taught me how to do it, I couldn't cut it off. I'll be on platforms, I'll be on the internet, I'll be like, ooh, y'all gonna hate me today. Y'all might see my post online. It's on purpose. It's on purpose to see where your head is at. You know what I'm saying? To show you your flaws so you can fix it. I'm done.
Most High in Christ. You're damn right. You know what I'm saying? Trying to serve other gods, that's been our problem, since these times, times we've been reading about, right? Us going off, trying to worship other gods, about all the gods of Egypt,
Right.
gods of everybody, but except for the one true living God. It's a damn shame. You know what I'm saying? So here we see how, Joseph, he's telling his brothers, right? He's telling them to go back, get Benjamin, leave one of the brothers, take corn and stuff to show the people that we have food over here, right? And here we see how the brothers are saying amongst themselves how they feel bad about what they've done to their brother. Reuben tells them, like, look, I told you, not to do it, right? We didn't listen. We did it anyways. And now our brother's blood is upon us. And Joseph, because he used an interpreter like we read right here, they didn't know that Joseph knew what they were talking about. So Joseph hears them saying, that how they feel bad for what they've done to him, and not knowing that they don't know who he is, right? They don't know who he is, but Joseph is hearing them say how they feel bad for their brother, what they've done. All right. So let's keep going and read more into the story. I'll go ahead and, unless you want in the car.
I'll let you take it.
All right.
Real quick, sir, we got any questions online? Any questions in the class?
Go ahead, sis.
What tribe is, Reuben, the tribe from Reuben, what are they, the tribe of Reuben?
The Seminole Indians?
Seminole Indians? Is that the West Indians?
No, the Seminole were from where Florida, right?
That was like Florida,
in
Louisiana
area.
Okay.
Yeah, they were a bad tribe, man. When the pressure came over here, man, they fought.
Yeah.
They fought their behinds off.
So they're all Native American Indians?
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, they was a part, like, the natives, everybody was together. They had some kind of unison, unless, it's Israel, unless they was doing some harmful things. They wasn't, I'll give you an example, like the Choctaw, that was a part of the Cherokee Nation, but they was doing some foul play. They wound up signing with the white man and stuff like that. So, it was always things going on in Israel, but the Reubenites, they stayed down in Florida, that Louisiana type of area, and they was in communication with who was that? The neighboring tribes across the water. So they was in communication with Mennonites, that's the Cubans. They was in communication with what is it, the Puerto Ricans too?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
like
I'm sure all tribes was,
Yeah.
you know,
wherever, yeah, like wherever is around that water in Florida, they go out and travel, and you know that because that's in the lost tribes, the promised land of the lost tribes. The book, Christopher Columbus had a translator, a Hebrew translator, to give y'all more proof. That you know it was Israelites over here. They spoke to Reubenites. They told them, you know, we stated who we were as the Reubenites. We told them our brothers is over there, Manasseh. I forgot the other tribe. He said like one or two tribes. I think it was probably over like one or two. You know what I'm saying? I advise everybody to grab those books. You know what I'm saying? Get all the books that they got on the website. I think it should be on the website. Get those books, and you will start seeing. That's why I said we had the records, sir. You know what I'm saying? Not just these records that's in the Bible. That's just the main source. But you also want to have supporting information. Any scholar, any investigator, anybody that is studying anything, you want to have the main source. Then you want to have everything that backs it up. That's how you conduct the experiments.
every once in a while, I have to go through this at camp.
Yeah.
Y'all not Israelites. Y'all not part of the Israelite tribes, and you just really have to just do a little research, man. With anything, just do a little research. You see how all the archaeological evidence of all the tribes that was over here, like Officer Nakar said, how the conquistadors were coming over here, saying how we were speaking ancient dialect of Hebrew, right? And just everything, all the evidence, you could get it all, like Officer Nakar was saying in Captain Kataz's books, his lectures. You understand? Go look up the 12 tribe lecture on their channel. I believe Across the Line has it over there. You can go look it up over there. Go ahead, sis.
Like you were saying earlier, they fought and went to war with the Edomites. Would that be considered the Indian War?
Yeah, I think that would have been like the French and Indian War, because that happened down there in Louisiana, if I'm not mistaken. During that time. Yeah, but they're the ones who really just stayed and just kept fighting. A lot of the tribes started to like adhere to what the oppressor had to say, and tried to help them. I always like to bring out Squanto, man. You could go look this cat up. This cat is something else, man. Like he got into they captured him, put him into slavery, sent him over to Europe, right? This cat escaped captivity over there, found his way, smuggled himself onto a ship, made his way back to the Americas to get back with his tribe. And then one day this cat came to him and said, "Hey, look, there's oppressors arriving on the shore." This cat went and helped them. After being in prison and enslaved, sent to Europe, escaping that, he still went and helped them. Like, that's a shame, That's a damn shame. And it's the spirit of our people, how we see out there in the streets, man, how we're trying to rescue them from the slavery that they're in. And they're like, wait, hold up, let's go back, right? And we did the same thing in Egypt, man. Same thing in Egypt. When we came out, it was like, damn, what did we come out here for? To die? Like, not even having any trust in the Lord. That we were like, let's go back to Egypt. It's crazy, man. It's crazy.
Can I ask a question? Can I ask a question?
Oh, yeah.
After coming into the truth, right? did you see the shift in your mind? How everything has changed? Did anybody see that?
Come.
So I can repeat the question.
Did you experience the shift of your world, like your whole perspective on life when you came into the school? How about you? How about you? Like, necessarily with they wanted to go back to Egypt, it's like returning to your own vomit. Like, you come into the truth and you realize the truth. You realize what helps, what really needs to be done. And that's why when people drop their sword, we don't even care. You're like, if that's what you want to do, go ahead. And then what happens? They come back like a wounded dog. Or the next time we see them, they look like they was in a fight with Tyson or Tommy Hearn. You know what I'm saying? You're like, dang, brother, strung out on whatever drug that they were trying to fight or a harder drug. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the case may be. Those people that wanted to go back to Egypt, we can't be like that. Because when you want to go back to Egypt, it's you saying, man, the hell is this truth? I literally had a brother call me. I didn't even know he left the truth. He called me about a post that I said the Texans was making some powerful moves. I laughed at the post. I'm like, it's the Texans making some moves? You know what I mean? Like, when did they ever? You know what I mean? So I'm like, okay, whatever, right? He calls me. He said, "Yes, sir. Hey, he said, why you laugh at my post?" So now in my head, I'm like, all right, let me give him that energy, brother. It's only a sport. You know what I'm saying? This ain't real life for us. So lo and behold, he was intoxicated, and he wound up telling me, "Yeah, I dropped my sword." I'm like, huh? I don't know this brother. Never met him. Like, to remember him. But he's like, "I dropped my sword." I'm like, wow. You know what he said? He said, "Because I can't stop smoking cigarettes." I'm like, yo, man, you gotta fight that, man. There ain't no reason to leave, though. You know what I'm saying? Fight it. We got you. Yeah, man. It's also, man, I just can't really take no man telling me what to do. I can't do that, man. That's like I'm hard headed. For you to admit that you hard headed, you understand that you can't take orders, and it just shows how to fight it. You just don't want to fight it. You know what I'm saying? So now, like the whole time I'm sitting there just like I'm trying to tell him like, why would you even come into the truth? You got your name and all of that. Like, what was the whole point? You know what it was. I'm pretty sure you know what it was, right? Come on, right? All of us do. We know that you wanted to take orders. This ain't the Christian church. We're military. So I'm talking to him, he's just like, yeah, man, I just can't do it, bro. I'm hard. So I said, so you'd rather just see young boys out here destroying themselves, these young sisters, our brothers and sisters destroying themselves, and you not say nothing to do nothing? You tell them that? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, for you to know the truth and you decide to go back to your own vomit, you live in the life of a coward. And he tried to explain himself. I said, so, brother Shalom. And I just hung up. He kept trying to talk and explain how idiotic he really is.
It's a brother with no brotherhood, man.
No brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? He should be at camp. He ain't at camp with his brothers that care for him more than the ones that he called family and friends, right? The whore that he sleeps next to every night, we care about him more than all of them. Instead of him putting on his boots and marching with his brothers, he'd rather be a half a homosexual sucking on a white stick and blowing smoke out of his mouth. Like he a bad bitch. That's what he want to do. He want to smoke cigarettes. He want to leave his brother. Something happened to one of the brothers that really had none but deep love for him. Something happened to that brother. He ain't going to be nowhere to be found. Right. He going to find on the rebound. That's the life of a coward.
You know what happens to brothers like that? The brothers that say, "Oh, I can't take orders from a man," they're gonna go to jail, right, and they're gonna take orders from a man. And then they can become Muslim.
Ramadan, Wallahi, I didn't take your suits.
And get told when to eat and when to shit and when to go to sleep and lights out at this time like you're a damn child. Grow up, man. And this truth, man, the spirit of brotherhood is very important because here in this truth, we're all men. You understand? And we say to one another, "Khan, Khan, yes, my Lord." You understand? And you don't get paid to do it. And Esau's military all day up and down is yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. But guess what? They get a paycheck for that. They get a paycheck for that. What we do in here is through brotherhood. This is how it works. Through brotherhood, you're able to say, "Khan, so the man that's up over you." You understand? Because you know the importance of the job.
Yeah, right.
But tell me, let me get Isaiah 30. Let's start at verse 9.
What you brought out was heavy, sir. Most time crazy. It's sometimes, man. You listen. Remember these moments, man. Remember these lessons. You know what I'm saying? Like what he just said was heavy. Like you ain't getting paid money to be a soldier for the Lord.
Yep.
Do you understand? There's people out here that they'd rather work as slave and take care of their own family. And here, we're going to serve the Lord, take care of other families, and make money just to provide for our house. That's real, that's noble, man. Who doing that? We don't know what
sacrifice, it's about sacrifice, man.
We don't know when Christ coming back. Anybody know? We only know the signs. We only know the signs. We can die and never make it to the kingdom of heaven.
Hey, sidebar, real quick, if I could, Nicard. That's why the scripture says we prophesy in part, right? I'm paraphrasing, because it's not saying, "Oh, we don't know the whole truth." No, that's not what it means. And just a quick sidebar, so like, it means that we prophesy Christ is coming back, but we don't know when. That's prophesying in part when you come across that scripture. So like,
yeah, like we don't listen. He can come at the Passover and just pop through. Hey, what's up? All you hear is, I don't know the calling for the king. It might happen. You know what I'm saying? He might just pop up. Hey, y'all keep it quiet. Say I was never here. No, listen. I'm just saying. We don't know, but we stick to the script. You know what I'm saying? That's why you can. Hey, keep it down back there. You gotta elevate it. Elevate this truth. Don't be stagnant. Push it. Feel obligated. Because you could be dead. You know what I'm saying? You could be riddled up with bullets. You know what I'm saying? When it rains and start hurting you. You dig what I'm saying? You could be in jail. You know what I'm saying? Case of mistaken identity. Come on, we know how it is. You know what I'm saying? You walk into the Chinese store, you driving. They might think you reaching for a gun. That could be us. We could have been George Floyd. You know what I'm saying? Our woman could have been Breonna Taylor. Because we come in, the Lord gave us another chance to take full advantage of it. You know what I'm saying? I don't expect y'all to be troopers for so much longer. Push it. You know what I'm saying? That's the mindset you gotta have. Like when Christ said, multiply that penny. I saw officers all while I come in here. He came to Philly. I'm like, dang, yo, he got trained. You know what I'm saying? Holding it down. We able to go to camp because he makes sure that we can go out to camp every week, faithfully. We all gotta have that type of mindset. You know what I mean? Sisters, Y'all do an amazing job supporting the brothers. You know what I'm saying? Supporting this truth. We all gotta keep doing it. Elevate. Never get comfortable. You know what I'm saying? That's the job of a priest. Israelite men, Israelite sisters, we never get comfortable. When we get comfortable, that's when Satan coming in, right, sir?
Yeah, you're right.
Satan gonna come in. So you gotta stay solid in this truth. You know what I'm saying? Just stay solid, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot.
That's what happened to Christ. You know, he said he told the disciples, "Wait here while I go pray."
Mm-hmm.
Came back, the cats was asleep because they got a little comfortable, you know. And he said, you know, the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak, man. You got to strengthen yourself, man. That spirit is willing. Once we come into the truth, we hear the truth. We're like, oh yeah, I'm going full force, but then your flesh comes weak, man. You start saying, oh, I don't want to, you know, I might not show up today, or, you know, I'm not going to complete this order, or whatever, right? And then soon enough, you're like, all right, I'm out of here, you know. The spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. You got to keep that zeal 100% all the way, man. And the only thing that's going to keep that is brotherhood, man. Brotherhood. Knowing that the man next to you, that's what happens to the oppressor. The oppressors, they go out there fighting that war. I bet you, guarantee you, you ask any cat that went to war, what drove you? What drove you while you was out there getting bullets flying over your head? What are they gonna say with them, yeah? What are they gonna say? Anybody? What are they gonna say? What drove you? Kalata?
I didn't want to die.
Well, nobody really wants to die, but you signed up to go to war to die, sis.
They did it for their country.
That too, right? Which is what we need. Go ahead.
Is there?
No. Go ahead. One more try.
Their brother.
Yeah, the man standing next to them. They're gonna say once you start bullets flying over your head, all politics and all I'm Democrat, I'm Republic, I fight for this, I fight for that, go straight out the window. Now it's about me and you standing here fighting against that cat over there. Brotherhood is the final key to everything, man. And this is what we need to understand here is that we show up. Like Commander GEN.YAHANNA said, you know, you don't want to be the brother that hears about it, you know, on next week's Monday night class. Oh, you know, Kentucky 8 happened. I wasn't there. No, you know, I wasn't there. Why not? You know, you should have been there because you go out there, you fight for your brothers, and you know, you stand next to your brothers. You don't want your brother to have one sword, and then you don't show up. Now he has to go grab the other sword. You know what I'm saying? And fight two fronts. You gotta be there for your brother, man.
If I could,
Yeah.
I'm a Judite. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm a Judite. Like growing up, if you ain't rock, it was like a target on your back. You know what I'm saying? Really, you was counted out as a coward. You know what I'm saying? You was counted out as a traitor. That's what this brotherhood got mean to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I try my best to be available at all times. Like, I'm a light sleeper. You call my phone, yo, man, I gotta, I'm doing the 100 on the boulevard, getting all types of tickets, sis. You know what I'm saying? They killing me all types of tickets. Go ahead.
Anybody who tries to uproot us out of the truth, whether family member, spouse, or anybody in the world, our brothers and sisters in the world, our family members, anybody that tries to uproot us out of the truth, is showing that they have cowardness and brotherhood or sisterhood.
Okay, with people in the world, you gotta see them as someone with blindfolds on that just interact and don't really see the truth. You gotta damn near have mercy on them. You don't have so much mercy for someone that's in the truth. That's why the Lord said, once you know it, you held accountable. But them, the difference is we all held accountable for our actions. They don't understand this. So all they see is, oh, y'all crazy people don't like white people. Y'all, that's what they see. Y'all crazy. Y'all don't like white people. Y'all don't get high. Quatazar, you don't get high.
If I can add, Nicole, what you're saying is real heavy because what they really don't want to see is that they don't want to see how much. I don't even want to say a bad word, but how crappy they are.
Yeah.
Because you're better than them. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to see that. So they're gonna try and bring you down. And in the Old Testament, man, you would be the one who would have to cast the first stone.
Mm-hmm.
You would have to, son, daughter, mom, father, they try and entice you to serve another God. You would have to be the one to drag them to the gates and say, he tried to make me or she tried to make me serve another God. They'd hand you the first stone and you'd be the one to cast it. Oh, kill them. Son, daughter, mother, don't matter. Because that kind of cancer is something that we don't need in our nation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Of course, we all have forgiveness now because of Christ. So we have to forgive, but people like that, you want to separate yourself from. You know what I'm saying? Because they just don't want to see how bad they are. They want you to smoke weed because they want to smoke weed. If you don't smoke weed and you show them that you can live a good life without weed, without whores, without all this nonsense, then look how shitty I am. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot. Go ahead, Carl.
Yeah, what you saying is evidence. You know what I'm saying? Like, for sure, laid it down. Like, they in the world, they just, like, think about it. When you did evil things that was against the Lord with your friends in the world, once you stop doing them, they don't want to hang around you no more. They don't want to hang around you, and you don't want to hang around them. It's like, what are we gonna do? We're gonna sit around watch TV, talk about the scriptures. You don't want to talk about the scriptures. What y'all want to sit around get high? You don't want to get high. She want to get high. Or you want to get high. You know what I'm saying? Chase after whores. You ain't trying to chase after the whores. You want to chase. You ain't chasing nothing. You don't even chase liquor no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a difference. And you just gotta pray for them and know that Satan will work through them. Say that Satan is going to work through them. Satan is so that, oh my God, Satan would have a transsexual in your kid's school. That's how crazy it is. You know what I'm saying? That's why it pays to understand this truth, because our people walk around blindfolded. You understand? When they hearing when we are teaching the truth, you understand, sometimes they might start to take that blindfold up a little bit. The information, that light be so bright, sometimes I'd rather travel in darkness. My eyes ain't prepared for that. My mind ain't ready for that type of medicine and that type of treatment. And that's why you just gotta always show sisterhood, always show brotherhood. When they come to your parents, just be better. Just be the better you. Your parents remember you getting high, selling drugs, being a hoe.
Remember, Salakia, they prefer you like that.
Yeah. Listen, I was groomed to be a player. Listen, my dad, coming into the truth, it slowed me all the way down. My pop was the one that he gave me, it was almost to the point where I know how to manipulate a chick. You know what I'm saying? Because he was just telling me so much things, and I was ahead of the curve. You understand? Instead, I wish my pop would have told me what I know in the truth now. I think that would have helped me out a whole lot. Yeah. Well, I know you wanted to grab the scripture in Isaiah 30th chapter.
Oh, yeah, we could get that.
Sis took us on the road.
No, but sometimes, see, the scripture says, and it says, deliver such a one unto Satan. Sometimes you try, and they don't. You just got to kick the dust off your feet. Deliver such a one unto Satan means just let them be. Let them do. And in the end, when Christ returns, whatever happens, and they'll come into the kingdom and they'll serve regardless. They're going to serve regardless. Whether they die here with their oppressor or they actually serve here and make it to the new kingdom, but one way or another, they're going to be reborn in that kingdom, and they're going to serve regardless. They're going to serve the Most High. So just, kick the dust off your feet. Keep it moving. Don't let what they say take you from the Lord. Because remember, the scripture says that the angels rejoice at just one of us changing our ways. The angels are up there clapping, man. Don't let them down. Don't let the Most High down. You know what I'm saying? And for our sisters, especially, man, our sisters, because the scripture says, out of 1,000 men, I find but one. But out of 1,000 women, I find none. Meaning it's even more of a struggle for the sisters to stay in the truth. So don't let nobody ever take that from you. You know what I'm saying? We can go ahead and read that.
Yeah, that's how we said. That's not correct.
To what?
Isaiah chapter 30, verse 9. That this is a rebellious people.
And that's the problem, right? A lot of people don't want to hear the truth. A lot of people don't want you to hear the truth, man, because they're rebellious against the truth. And because what the truth does is make you have to look at yourself. That's what the truth is. Makes you have to look at yourself and examine who you really are. Once you realize, man, I'm really just a piece of crap. I'm a piece of crap that deserves to die. Now you can say, okay, now I can move forward. That's when the rebirth starts. By the hearing of the word, right? Your brain gets washed. Then you put off that old man because you realize what a crappy person you really are. That you deserve every death that is offered to you. You understand? Now I could say, you know what? Let me kill myself and move forward. Not actually kill yourself, but kill the old man who you were, the old woman who you were, and move forward in life. Start to become and strive for perfection, man. Right? But we're rebellious people because people want to love their lust instead of loving God. Right? That's the God that they actually want to love is themselves, is the lust of themselves. Go ahead.
Lying children that will not hear the law of the Lord.
And that's the problem, right? That's every addict's problem. Oh, I'll come in here when the war starts. You're a liar. You're a liar. You're not. I'll come when right now I'm not good. I'm smoking weed and stuff. But when the war starts, I'll be there. Liar. You're lying, man. Because if you really cared for brotherhood, you'd be here right now. Go ahead.
Which say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right thing.
They don't want to hear what's right. Because like I said, you have to start to look at yourself. See who you really are.
Right.
Go ahead.
If I could say,
Yeah.
that's with Islam. I'm gonna keep putting my finger in the wound. I don't care. Because y'all need to understand that this is what's hurting you. A lot of you sisters and brothers out there, your sons is running around shooting up the neighborhood. We can't sleep peaceful at night, right, sis? You know what I'm saying? We wake up, pop, 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 pop. You know what I'm saying? We can't even sleep peacefully because your son, that's a Muslim, just like you, he don't know no real morals. He don't understand this Bible because you want to hear the smooth things. You don't want to hear the right things. You want to deny the truth. So because you deny the truth, now your son is up there on the run. Your son on the run. I got little cousins. You know what I'm saying? I got people that's connected to my family right now. They Muslim. They kids running the street, selling drugs, getting high, shooting people. Got shot up, riddled up with bullets. My one little cousin, he was with the YBC guys from down the bottom, got aired out in my hood for selling, to go sell some drugs to somebody. Straight lined them up. Islam is that's Islam for blacks, Hispanic, Native Americans. That's Islam. Because you don't want to hear the truth. Now you gotta go to that janazah. You've been to that janazah, or you're going to go. You're gonna have to put money on his books. You ain't gonna be able to have money for the funeral, so you're gonna have to do a fish fry. You understand what I'm saying? That baby that he had, yeah, you're gonna have to step in and play a major role in that child's life because your son is dead. Your daughter, good night, sir. Don't get the Muslims, Philly Muslim sisters. I'm zoned in on Philly Muslim sisters. Y'all are the worst. Y'all only cover up during Ramadan. You only cover up during Ramadan. I think Muslims ain't supposed to drink, right? Muslims ain't supposed to drink. The club owners know when it's Ramadan, that's gonna be their only downtime. That's what they say. When it's the month of Ramadan, nobody comes in. I'm like, why not? They can't drink and none of that and wear the clothes. And so hold on. So after Ramadan, they can go back and doing all the evil stuff that they was doing. Oh, I get it. Oh, now I see why everybody was mad at me on Instagram when I started grinding them up about y'all hiding behind the religion of Islam. I guess that's why they mad. Because I'm telling them the right thing. You're telling them the right thing, sir.
Christ didn't say that for no reason. If I tell you the truth, have I become your enemy?
Yeah,
He ain't say that for no reason.
okay.
You're gonna deal with that. And it's true, brother, you're gonna have enemies, man. Now, brother, it's gonna start with your mama. No, brother, it's gonna start with your mama. Your dad, you're gonna be somebody's enemy, though. Salak in the car.
No, that was it, sir. I mean, listen, y'all Philly Muslims, man. I'm talking to all Muslims. That's black, Hispanic, Native Americans. But specifically, you Philly Muslims, y'all are the worst. That's why the Arabs disown you. They don't count you as a Muslim. They like, yo, we would kill our wife. She showed them ankles she getting the hot fish grease. You know how it is back at home. They look at you and they be like, haram. You're a walking haram. That means sin or evil.
Yeah, bad something.
You know what I'm saying? I don't care. I don't give a damn about Arabic. But
Every Muslim is haram.
yeah, it's haram. You worshiping a rock.
Yeah.
Yo, can we get the book, sir? Please. Can somebody get Babylon Timbuktu? Buggy Shaw? Kalazar, you can find it quicker. I got it. Matter of fact, never mind.
Let's finish this off real quick. Jumping down to verse 13, and then we'll be done with that one.
Isaiah chapter 30, verse 13. Therefore, this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall, swelling out in a high wall.
Actually, it's like up to verse 12. My bad.
Verse 12. Wherefore, thus saith the Holy One of Israel,
The Holy One of Israel. Okay, go ahead.
because ye despise this word,
Because you despise the truth, man. You rather go be a dang Muslim or a Christian because you despise the truth, man. You despise the real word of God. You don't want to hear it, man. You want to hear smooth things, man. You want to hear salami, eggs, and bacon while salingam salingam. That's what you want to hear. You understand? I saw these two cats cross paths last camp, right? Both Muslims, all right? Pass by. One is a crackhead smoking a blunt. The other one's just a regular cat. They say the salute to each other, whatever, and they keep it moving. But he didn't even stop to explain to his brother that what he's doing with that blunt in his mouth is haram. It's bad because you have no brotherhood, man. You despise the word. You despise truth, man. You don't care about your brothers, man. You probably the one served them up that blunt. Keep going.
And trust in oppression.
You trust in oppression, man. That's the problem. It's a problem we had in Egypt. The problem we have here in America is that we trust in oppression. We want to be up under our oppressors, man. That's why the first thing we say when we go out there is that the Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans, that they are the most precious people on the planet Earth. God chose the people and God only loves them. The first people to say, nah, don't say that, is our people, man.
Right.
Because God forbid that your oppressor daddy gets mad at you. God forbid, because you trust him. You trust in the way he treats you. At least here you get a little bit to eat, right? But if you go trust in the Lord, maybe you might have to sacrifice a little bit. But that's the problem with cowards, man. Cowards can't sacrifice. Just like they couldn't when we went up out of Egypt, man. They said, man, I'm too much of a coward to die out here for the Lord. Let me go back to Egypt because I trust them. Cowards, man. No brotherhood. Keep going.
And preservedness. And stay thereon.
Right? Because what they say when they came up out of Egypt, at least we had pots of meat. Right? That's what they said. At least we had pots of meat out here. We're eating this damn bread every day. Let's go back to that. Like I said, you just can't sacrifice for the Most High. That's what the truth is that you are the sacrifice, man. We don't give up no more sacrifices, lambs and stuff, because now the sacrifice was Christ, and you must die now. That old man. But you don't want that, man, because you're a coward. You understand? Go ahead, Nicole. You got something?
I want you to read this. So what we're about to read is from Babylon to Timbuktu. This right here, right here. And this is what Muslims don't want to hear. So we're in a Muslim Ramadan. I encourage every brother to go on social media and go into the Muslim platforms and just wherever our people is at and just go free. I'm in Philly, so every Philly page is talk about Ramadan and you know what I'm saying? And I'm going to troll righteously. Go ahead, tell them what page you at and just read the title.
From Babylon to Timbuktu, page 48. Islam and Judaism. The Prophet Muhammad adopted many principles and laws from the Jewish religion.
Hold on. He did what?
The Prophet Muhammad
First off, real quick, there's no way that someone outside of the nation of Israel can be a prophet. That's one cut right there. In Psalms, the 147 in 19 to 20, it explains that the Most High only gave Israel, the 12 tribes of Israel. You understand? The truth. We're the only ones he gave these laws, statutes, and commands. And he said, I dealt so with no other nation. So how can Cedar Ishmael get the truth? How can the Abraham get the truth? All through this Bible, you don't see no other nation being prophets, being highly raised up like the brothers and sisters in this Bible. You understand? That's one cut right there. Keep going.
adopted many principles and laws from the Jewish religion.
So that's why you open up that stinking toilet paper Quran, you're going to see what? Moses, Abraham. You're going to see all the prophets from the Bible. Keep going.
First of all, the basic idea of monotheism, which is the belief in one God.
That's us. What those them Gabites, them the Hoteps, the what's the Hoteps, the Egyptologists, the Egyptian lovers, the Kemet lovers, Cometians. How we take the Bible from y'all? How we plagiarize y'all? Well, y'all had all types of guys, and they was homosexuals. They committed incest. I think Seth took Osiris. He took him. That's the truth. He took him. I can't say the word online, but y'all get what I'm saying. He took that man. He took his manhood. You understand? That's those other gods. The Arabs also had many gods. They had a god for every day. Before Muhammad learned from our ancestors and brought it back to his people. We're going to explain it. Keep going.
The Jewish confession of the unity of God is Shema Israel Adonai. Elohinu Adonai Iyah. Hear, which means, hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one.
Wait, what?
That was the Yiddish.
That was the, oh, okay.
The
I was
cat
about to
didn't
say,
know.
no.
Yeah,
right.
he tried to basically, this is saying that our God is one. And he, of course, the brothers don't understand the real Hebrew, but basically, we speak through that our God.
The Mohammedan slogan is as follows. La ilaha.
You don't gotta read all
Oh, I don't gotta do that.
You just go to the parentheses.
Yeah, the slogan is as follows. There is no God but Allah, and Muhammad is the prophet of Allah. Muhammad adopted also the main details of the Jewish calendar, the Day of Atonement, the Sabbath, much of the Bible, and narratives from the Midrash, and many points of the ritual law.
So here we reading that they took a lot of our things. You understand? Washing up before prayer. Arabs had to learn to be clean from us. Hey man, we always say clean, so when they do it, they're trying to do it in a way of, when we be unclean for certain reasons, when we do, we go wash up. You know, we go wash up, you know, and then come back out and see people. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, could I get a couple scriptures to show you that Muhammad couldn't be a prophet?
Yeah.
If you don't mind. Let me get 1 Corinthians 14 and verse 32, Baba Shah. Now, we all know that reincarnation is what's in the scripture. You understand? And like Officer Nakar said, the Lord said he showed us his word, his laws, his statutes, his commandments, right? He gave it to us to be, you know, priests and prophets in the earth, right? And he has not dealt so with any other nation. In Baruch, it says that happy are we, you understand, because the Lord showed us his word to make him happy. I'm paraphrasing, right? Now read what you got.
Which chapter?
14,
14,
verse 32.
1 Corinthians chapter 14, verse 32. And the spirits of the prophets are subject to the prophets.
And the spirit of the prophets are subject unto the prophets. This is a put this in your reincarnation breakdown. The spirit of the prophets are subject unto the prophets, meaning that the spirit that you have inside of you comes back when you get reborn in the earth. And it only comes to them, because the spirit of the prophets are subject unto the prophets, meaning no other nation could have became a prophet, right? Because only the nation of Israel are the ones who have prophets in the nation, right? Because the Lord showed us his laws, his statutes, his commandments, his word. Go ahead.
For God is not the author of confusion.
Because God ain't the author of confusion. He ain't gonna say to Moses, Jeremiah, and Isaiah, and all these prophets, man, he's not gonna tell them one thing, right? And then say, oops, hold on, I need to make another book called the Quran and raise up this nation over here called Muslims and this cat Muhammad all of a sudden. Because that would be confusion, man. You understand? That would be confusion. The Most High God is not the author of confusion, right? He told you who he gave his word to and let you know that the prophets are here. Keep going.
But of peace, as in all churches of the saints.
Of the saints, right? The spirit of now that's important, right? So take me over to Psalms 50 and verse 5. Because remember, the spirit of the prophets are subject unto the prophets in all the churches of the saints. So who are the saints? We got to find out who the hell are the saints. Go ahead.
Psalms chapter 50, verse 5.
Because remember, the Most High is not the author of confusion. He's going to let you know who his saints are. And they're the only people who could be prophets. And they are prophets in the past life. They're going to be prophets again. Go ahead.
Gather my saints together unto me, those that have made a covenant with me by sacrifice.
That's who. The only people who could be saints are blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indian people. Because we are the ones who made the covenant with God. We are. Nobody else. There's no Muhammad that could ever be any kind of prophet. All right. So there you have it. Remember, add that one to your reincarnation. Spirit of the prophets are subject unto the prophets, and then your saints breakdown. You're gonna need that for your books of Paul, your letters of Paul. You're gonna need that Psalms 50 and 5, because in there it shows you that he's talking to the saints at these places, man, and only Israelites can be saints.
Right.
Salaki, go ahead, Dakar.
Yeah, so we're gonna get back to Babylon Timbuktu. So yeah, so again, when the I.S.U.P.K, when I told them people we had the records, and I only give them a splash bit of understanding that they don't have. Basically, asking them, you know Muhammad was messing with kids, right? Everybody wanna be mad at Chris Brown for putting his hands on Rihanna back in the day. You should be mad at Muhammad for messing with that 9-year-old girl. You understand? Like, he's a disgusting individual. Go read them hadiths. You know, all you gotta do is just put in Google, YouTube, and they just break it down to you. Them Arabs, they don't deny it. They don't deny it. And they'll tell you, oh, it's a different time. A different time? A different time? So it's a difference in the Quran with the times. Show me that. Show me that. I know in Israel, we wasn't messing with no 9-year-olds. She had to be an adult. She had to be an adult, and she had to be mentally ready for that path. Shout out to the fathers. You know what I'm saying? Shut up and down. But let's keep going.
Incidentally, the Jews prayed 3 times a day facing the city of Jerusalem.
Now that's just that was something that they did back then. But there's no law that say that you gotta pray 3 times. But for everybody, it's a different thing. Like you see, we sending up 2 sets of prayers a day. Is that in the law to do? Is it in the law to do that? Is it in the law to do that?
What, 2 prayers? No.
It's not. So it's just tradition. I.S.U.P.K, Israelite tradition. Back then, they did it 3 times. They probably went to the temple, wherever they met up at, sent them prayers up 3 times. Boom. They probably had a little setup, a little system. That's just how it is.
Definitely ain't a law to bust your head on the ground when you're praying.
Yeah, with the little mark. You know what I'm saying? Yo, when I was booked, I was like, yo, I think I need to keep praying. Because in Islam, if like somebody that got that mark on their forehead means that they prayed a lot. So, but you notice it only happens to black people. It don't happen to the Arabs. No Arabs don't be having birthmarks on their forehead. You know what I'm saying? That just mean that rug was cheap as hell. It's like, it's a lot. Let's keep going. It's a lot.
And the Muslims, true be deliverers, pray 5 times a day facing the city of Mecca. Trying his best Muhammad sought to convert the Jews to his new religion, but to no avail.
So, real quick, he tried. So, originally, I think it might be on the next page. We ain't gonna be able to go through the whole thing because we got to wrap it up. So this is all in a nutshell. Y'all can go buy the book yourself. It's very cheap. It's probably like $10 online. But it's from Babylon to Timbuktu. The guy actually studied here at Temple University. I think he might be from here or Jersey. I'm not too sure. But he went into the records and realized that the Jews is actually black. Muhammad is not a real prophet, and he really learned from the Israelites. So what ended up happening is in the beginning of Islam, they used to pray facing Jerusalem, because they gave reference to what? The real living God. They started at 5 times a day to be more better, right? That's why with Ramadan, instead of, because that's an outbreak of Day of Atonement, we fast for 24 hours. With them, they do
They skip dinner.
it's like, no, they skip lunch. Yeah. So they do I can't say the word. I can say they do the bitch behind fasting, to give reference to the Lord, to give, to ask for that repentance from the Lord. So they can eat when the sun is down in the morning. So everybody wake up in the morning, early in the morning, eat. They just miss lunch. And when the sun goes down, they eat. And that was Muhammad trying to, we're gonna do it longer. We're gonna do it for a month. We're gonna do it for the whole month. Yeah. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? Y'all Israelites don't know, because we didn't want to join him. How we teach you everything, you think that we're going to come conform to your religion? That's not even real. It's not real. Nigga, we taught you this. How you that's how you know they don't, he's not really a smart person. They say he was illiterate. Right? Like literally, we taught you come from a people that serve 300 and something gods. You come to us after we taught you and say, come worship my God. Nigga, a rock is your God. Do you see how we was looking at him like, can you imagine somebody, that's like somebody coming into the I.S.U.P.K, sitting in that class and say, they learned everything, and they said, man, come join my religion. We serving a plastic fork. That's our God. We're gonna be like, nigga, if you don't get out of this class in 2 seconds, we're gonna throw you up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it pays to understand the records. Go look into history. And they made it so easy. All you gotta do is just turn on the audio book. You know what I'm saying? They got the Kindle. Turn the audio book on. You know what I'm saying? You can just watch documentaries. You know what I mean? Documentaries I listen to about Rome and the fall of it. I like listening to the fall of Rome because it's amazing. It was idiots. You know what I'm saying? Get into the records, man. You know what I'm saying? And all you Muslims out there that are blacks, Hispanic, Native Americans, you're an Israelite first. You understand? That's your real identity. They learned it from your forefathers. They learned it from your ancestors. They didn't learn it from God, because God don't deal with the Arabs. I'll deal with that.
Actually, let me get one last scripture on what the card just said. Let me get, anybody could give me Genesis 21:12.
Quadras, can you get it from
God don't deal with them. He don't care about them. He's definitely not going to make a profit out of one of them. All right. So whoever got to go ahead and read.
Genesis chapter 21, verse 12.
Yeah.
I don't know how. This is the book of Genesis chapter 21, verse 12. And God said unto Abraham, let it not be grievous in thy sight because of the lad.
Because of what God said about Ishmael. Sarah told Abraham, get Ishmael and his mom the hell out of here. They ain't gonna take no parts of my son's inheritance. And the Lord said, do it, because she's right. And don't be grievous about Ishmael getting up out of here. Think I'm gonna make a profit out of him? Keep going.
And because of thy bondwoman and all that Sarah has said unto thee.
Him and his stinking mom. Go ahead.
Hearken unto her voice, for in Isaac shall thy seed be called.
And what?
For in Isaac shall thy seed be called.
And Isaac shall thy seed be called. That's where the prophets are going to come out of Isaac.
Right.
As far as Ishmael, get him the hell up out of here, man. God ain't dealing with him, let alone to make him a prophet and make some kind of holy book from them. Get out of here with that nonsense, man. Mm-hmm. So when the call was bringing out was heavy, man, because God ain't dealing with them. Time and time again, he's let you know. And right here, he told Abraham, man, get him out of here. Right? Because I ain't going to deal with them. And Isaac shall thy seed be called. All right. We can go ahead and wrap it up unless there's any more questions. Any questions online? Clap it up. All right, cool. All right. Let's go ahead and these prayers. I imagine the men up here.
You want to send a part with us?
No, that's too hard. All right, Nicole, go ahead. Horn, Baba Kishah. Crazy. Y'all, Bashin, y'all Shabbat.
Y'all Bashim Al Shabbat. I.S.U.P.K, which means to Israel.
I'm right.
I'm sorry,
All right. Brother with the scroll. Trooper Wadamya is going to come around to bring the Torah around. Men of Israel, go ahead and line up to salute the Torah. And like I always say, when you salute this Torah, just remember the oath you took to be a brother. You understand? To fight for this truth in the spirit of brotherhood. The Lord said, fight for the truth of the death. I will fight for you.
Yahweh Bashim Al-Shabbat.
All right. With that, I imagine everybody, which means to stand. Upon Wakadom, which means turn to face the east. We said out these prayers in the Hebrew and then in the English. Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew, Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kadash, I.S.U.P.K, Yahweh, Balakavka, Taba'ah, Atzaka, Ayah, Aisha, Al-Ratza, Kabo, Ayah, Bashmayim, Dalanawa, Lacham, Kal, Yawam, Wasalaknawa, Kabawatnawa, Kasalaknawa, Kabawatinawa, Walha, Abiyainawa, Amasayawun, Abo, Awashainawa, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Lakha, Amalakwa, Waha'alu, Watpara, Lavulamyu, Amen.
This is the Lord's Prayer in English. Our
Our Father,
Father, art in heaven.
art in heaven.
Hallowed be thy name.
Hallowed be thy name.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy will be done.
Thy will be done in earth
As it is in heaven.
as it is in heaven.
Give us this day.
Give us this day
daily bread.
our daily bread.
Forgive us our debts.
Forgive us our debts.
We forgive our debtors.
We forgive our debtors.
Lead us not into temptation.
And lead us not into temptation,
Deliver us from evil.
but deliver us from evil.
Thine is the kingdom.
Thine is the kingdom,
Power.
and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. All right. The prayer for the power, the cock in Hebrew. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Hashem Yahushai.
Hashem Yahushai.
Babu Kashab.
Babu Kashab.
Nathanael.
Nathanael.
Hakak.
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 Rabah.
Rabah.
Kamakala.
Kabbalah.
Kamarwa.
Kabbalah.
Hakak.
Hakak.
Natahol.
Natahol.
Amatazarayim.
Natazarayim.
Hakak.
Hakak.
Hakim.
Hakak.
Hamatim.
Hamatim.
Hakak.
Hakak.
Arakwat.
Kabbalah.
Hatmalah.
Hatmalah.
Barshan.
Barshan.
Hashem Yahushai.
Hashem Yahushai.
Waramun.
Waramun.
There's a prayer for the power in English. Yahweh in the name of Yahushua.
Yahweh in the name of Yahushua.
Please give us the power.
Please give us the power.
Power to heal.
Power to heal.
All manner of sickness.
All manner of sickness.
All manner of disease.
All manner of disease.
Power to cleanse the lepers.
Power to cleanse the lepers.
Power against the power to raise the dead.
Power to raise the dead.
Against unclean spirits.
Against unclean spirits.
Cast them out.
Cast them out.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Thank you.
Thank you. So be it. You know, in these classes, we set up these prayers together, right? But the scripture says that when you're going to pray, you go in your closet, man. You don't put a carpet down, you know, in front of everybody trying to look like you holy. You know what I'm saying? Salaki. All right. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Hashem Yahushai.
Hashem Yahushai.
Barak Lanawa.
Barak Lanawa.
Vayasharallah.
Vayasharallah.
Wahabaya. Sapari.
Sapari.
Barak.
Barak.
Hashem Yahushai.
Hashem Yahushai.
Waramun.
Waramun.
There's a prayer for to bless Israel in English. Yahweh in the name of Yahushua.
Yahweh in the name of Yahushua.
Bless us.
Bless us.
In Israel.
And Israel.
In the school.
And the school.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Thank you.
Thank you. So be it. Prayer for the blessings in Hebrew. Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Vayahushai.
Vayahushai.
Vamayaka'Allah.
Vamayaka'Allah.
Valahayim.
Valahayim.
Tazbayah.
Tazbayah.
Alawapyahanna.
Alawapyahanna.
Alawapim.
Alawapim.
Nasranyim.
Nasranyim.
Akwatazyanim.
Akwatazyanim.
Akayayanim.
Akayayanim.
Wahakwatim.
Wahakwatim.
Yahweh. Hashem Yahushai. Waramun.
Waramun.
There's a prayer for the blessings in English. Bless you, Yahweh.
Bless you, Yahweh.
And Yahushua.
And Yahushua.
And Michael.
Michael.
The angels.
The angels.
Commander GEN.YAHANNA.
Commander GEN.YAHANNA.
The generals.
The generals.
The captains.
The captains.
The officers.
Officers.
The troopers.
The troopers.
And the sisters.
And the sisters.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it.
Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. I.S.U.P.K.
I.S.U.P.K.
Agenya. Al-Hahorim.
Al-Hahorim.
Ma'ayan.
Ma'ayan.
Yaba'ah. Izaria.
Izaria.
Ma'ayin.
Ma'ayin.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Aisha.
Aisha.
Shamayam.
Shamayam.
Baratiza.
Baratiza.
Ayatan.
Ayatan.
Lamawat.
Lamawat.
Galka.
Galka.
Al-Yanawam.
Al-Yanawam.
Shamarka.
Shamarka.
Hana.
Nah.
La'a. Yanawam.
Yanawam.
Wala'a.
Wala'a.
Yayashan.
Yayashan.
Shawamor.
Shawamor.
Yashrallah.
Yashrallah.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Shamarka.
Shamarka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yazalka.
Zaka.
Aliyah.
Aliyah.
Yamyanka.
Yamyanka.
Yawamam.
Yawamam.
Hashamash.
Hashamash.
La'a.
La'a.
Yakaka.
Yakaka.
Iraq.
Iraq.
Balayala.
Balayala.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashmorka.
Yashmorka.
Kalrai.
Kalrai.
Yashmor.
Yashmor.
After Pashka.
Pashka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashmor.
Yashmor.
Tazaatka.
Tazaatka.
Babuaka.
Babuaka.
Ma'itah.
Ma'itah.
Wide. Awalam.
Psalm 121 in English. I will lift up my eyes into the hills.
I will lift up my eyes to the hills.
From whence cometh my help?
From whence comes my help?
My help comes from the Lord.
My help comes from the Lord,
Which made heaven and earth.
which made heaven and earth.
You will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
You will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee will not slumber.
He that keepeth thee will not slumber.
Behold,
Behold,
he that keepeth Israel
he that keepeth Israel
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
shall not slumber nor sleep.
The Lord is thy keeper.
The Lord is thy keeper.
The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand.
The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
nor the moon by night.
nor the moon by night.
The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil.
The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
The Lord shall preserve thy going out.
The Lord shall preserve thy going out
And thy coming in.
and thy coming in.
From this time forth.
From this time forth.
And even forevermore.
And even forevermore. Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayum.
Alahayum.
Aldam Yalaka. Aldakarash. Waldashquat. Al. GEN.YAHANNA. I.S.U.P.K. Yahama. Yawan. Ra'ash. I.S.U.K. Yamwa. Sawada. Wayatha. Ya'itazawu. Altazapawanika. Amorwa. Lakawa. Manakakidim. Magalia. Wala'a. Yazakor. Sham Yashralu. Iwada. Kaya. Now Aitazawu. Laba. Yakadwa. Alika. Maria. Yakarathwa. Aliyah. Adawam. Wayashamai. Aliyam. Mawaba. Bagoriu. Gabal. Amawan. Amalak. Alashak. Amishabi. Tazawu. Gamashawu. Nalawa. Imam. Ayawa. Tarawai. Labani Lawat. Salah. Aisha. Lahum. Kamadya. Hasaya. Sarah. Kayabya. Lanako. Koyashwa. Ashamadwa. Bayun. Dara. Ayawa. Daman. Ladatma. Shaitamwa. Nada. Yamawa. Kara. Kazabak. Wakatazamanai. Kaunasya Kamwa. Ashod. Amorwa. Nairashah. Nanawa. Nawa. Alhayum. Alhayum. Shaitamwa. Kagawgulu. Kakwash. Kapunirka. Kaash. Tabaira. Kalaba. Kalahat. Aryum. Khan. Dardakma. Masairuka. Wabasa. Wapatka. Tabahalum. Mala'a. Kanyahum. Falawon. Wayabakwashwa. Shamka. Yahawah. Yabashwa. Wayabahawa. Ayaid. Wayakaporwa. Wayabadwa. Wayadaiwa. Kayata. Shamka. Yahawah. Labadka. Aliyawun. Al-Kaharataza.
It's a Psalm, the 83rd chapter. In English, keep not thy silence, O Yahweh.
Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy
Be
peace.
not still, O Yahweh.
Be not still, O Yahweh.
For lo,
For lo,
thy enemies make a tumult.
thy enemies make a tumult.
And they that hate thee,
They that hate thee
have lifted up the head.
have lifted up the head.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people,
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
and consulted against thy hidden ones.
Consulted against thy hidden ones.
They have said,
They have said,
Come,
Come,
let us cut them off from being a nation.
let us cut them off from being a nation.
That the name of Israel
The name of Israel
may be no more remembered.
may be no more remembered.
For they have consulted together
They have consulted together
with one consent.
with one consent.
They are confederate against thee.
They are confederate against
The
thee.
tabernacles of Edom,
The tabernacles of Edom,
the Ishmaelites,
the Ishmaelites,
Moab,
Moab,
and the Hagarenes,
Hagarenes,
Gabal,
Gabal,
Ammon,
Ammon,
Amalek,
Amalek,
Philistines,
Philistines,
inhabitants of Tyre.
the inhabitants of Tyre.
Shaw also joined with them.
Shaw was also joined with them.
Hope of the children of Lot.
They have hope the children of Lot.
Salah. Doing it to them.
Doing to them.
As to the Midianites.
As to the Midianites.
As to Sarah.
As to Sarah.
As to Jabin.
As to Jabin.
At the brook of Kishon.
At the brook of Kishon.
Prepared that indoor.
Which prepared that
They
indoor.
become as dung for the earth.
Become as dung of the earth.
Make their nobles like a red.
They know like a red.
Like Sied.
Like Sied.
Yea.
Yea.
All their princes.
All their princes.
As Sabbath.
As Sabbath.
And as Amunah.
Who said,
Let us take to ourselves
let us take to ourselves
the houses of Yahweh in possession.
houses of Yahweh in possession.
Oh my power.
Oh my power.
Make them like a will.
Make them like a will.
As a stumble before the wind.
As stubble before the wind.
As a fire burning for wood.
As a fire burning wood.
And as a flame set of the mountains on fire.
And as the flame set the mountains on fire.
So persecute them.
So persecute them
With thy tempest.
with thy tempest.
And make them afraid.
Make them afraid
With thy storm.
with thy storm.
Fill their faces with shame.
Fill their face with shame.
That they may seek thy name.
That they may seek thy name.
O
O Yahweh.
Let them be confounded.
Let them be confounded.
In trouble.
In trouble. Forever.
Yea.
Yea.
Let them be put to shame.
Let them be put to shame.
That men may know.
That men may know
That thou.
that thou,
Whose name alone.
whose name alone
Is Yahweh.
is Yahweh,
Are the Most High.
of all the earth. With that, Sar, which means to turn. Sisters, you shall be, which means to be seated. Man, Israel. We didn't give one courtesy salute. And Israel, Ahmad Shabbat, Ahmad, Barak, Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushua, Barak, Thumb. At the top, Sar, turn face to sisters. Sisters, Ahmad, Ahmad Shabbat's going to give you that 45-degree angle. Your right hand clasped over your left, your head bottom covered. When we salute, just salute back. And Israel, Ahmad Shabbat, Ahmad, Barak, Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushua. Dr. Todd has dismissed.
Passover.
Passover. See you there.
See you there.